bits, see what's going on down here and just check, because obviously it's been quite windy. I just wanted to check on the polytunnel, which is fine. I've been having the door down. I've just been in there and it's been really flapping around, so I'll make sure I put it all back down in a moment. As you can see, it's still doing really well, but the days are still pretty warm, although the nights and the mornings have been a lot colder. Let's have a little look at this pumpkin. I say pumpkin, but there's actually more than one. So we've got one here, it's a real dark green now, and there's a couple more just through here. We've got one there, and I'm sure there was another one. There's one sort of starting, but I'm happy. I've never grown pumpkins before. I think there could be a couple more through there. But yeah, this is the ripest of them so far, so that'd be nice to see when that changes colour. Obviously it's not going to be before Halloween, but that doesn't matter because I'm going to eat it. So sunflowers still going strong. The runner beans, I'm still getting runner beans from them. I did cull it back a little bit the other day because some of it's dying off, but obviously some is still pretty much alive, apart from a little bit kind of here. Looks like the stones have come undone with the netting, but these cabbages are, I think they're winter ones, so obviously they're not ready yet. But I'm just going to put this back into place. One of these has just snapped off in the wind, so I will take it home with me. I've just been through my little salad patch, which I actually really like now that I've changed it up a bit. Even with the stinging nettle, because I'm actually tempted. I've never ever eaten or drank or done anything with them. So I saw somebody today on, I think it's called Our Little Spanish Homestead, and they actually, she ground it all up and made it into like a pesto, and she didn't even cook it, and she said it's edible and it gets rid of all the sting out of it and everything. But I would also like to try making something with it. Anyway, I've got some sort of speckled salad leaves. I've got some other sort of wiggly sort of shaped ones that I really like, which I haven't eaten yet, so I've picked some of those. These are carrots, which are obviously not ready, and some more. And then this is all my parsley. I've just picked loads of it. There's so much of it. I love the smell of it. There's another one of these there that's kind of going to seed. And then we've got some purple spring onions, which are thickening up, so I don't think it'll be too long till we can sort of try those. Oh look, there's one, you can see they've got like a purple sort of stem on them. Here we've got kale. I must admit I haven't actually been eating too much of the kale. I think because it's just gone like so wild, I haven't been able to do too much with it before I've had to try and store it, so I've kind of left it alone for now, but just been picking off leaves now and again to stop it sort of wanting to go to seed. I'm trying to go for the smaller sort of leaves, so I might just pick a couple of those. I'm just going to cover this over for a minute. Oh, a little cabbage. I really want to pick this, but it's not quite ready yet. I just love the colour of that one. It really is nice. I haven't done like amazingly with whatever these are, you know. Cauliflower's gone a bit I'm not sure what's happened to it. It looks a bit this looks like it's going to seed, whatever it is. It might be another cauliflower, never mind. With the Swedes or celeriac, but last time when I picked it, it did not smell like Swede, so I think that could be a celeriac perhaps. But no, a couple of these red cabbages here. There's about 3 of those. I look forward to those. I kind of went through this the other day to get rid of a lot of the foliage that was kind of really dead, because all the plants had sort of had it and they were all kind of mixed in with whatever's still alive. So we've got a few butternut squash here. You can see another one just there. I think there's a couple more around this side actually. There's a few dotted around. This has all died off, so I think I must have just not taken this off because the roots must be gone on this. But yes, that's had it. Must have forgotten to remove that. Got the nasturtiums, which are still very pretty, and my lovely cosmos. I do love these colours together. Got some chard. Last time I was down here I planted some garlic, because I don't know if you remember before, this is just where some of the butternut squash kind of overhung, so you couldn't really see them. So there's sort of onions, there's Spanish roja, garlic and some beetroots. Blackberries still haven't kind of taken off, but they are growing, so I don't know where I'm going to get these or if I'm going to get these. These are the sprouts. Still pretty small compared to the ones over there. I mean, those are the ones that got attacked by caterpillars, but obviously they've still grown back, so I'm very pleased with them. And there's the old polytunnel there. A few little sunflowers around here. And obviously these were the Jerusalem artichokes, which I cut back. They don't seem to have minded it. Just going to let them keep growing for now and dig them up kind of, I think, late autumn, sort of winter when it gets colder. Else. Oh, here we are. We've got baby boo pumpkins here. These are starting to grow very well. I'm going to give a couple of these to a friend because I've got 2, 3, well, I've got about 6, so I don't need 6 plants. I'm not sure what that is. That could be a yellow courgette, I think. Oh, I think I can see one actually. Let's see. Growing, yeah, that is a courgette. Got some more cosmos. Don't they just look so nice? I think it's because there's like 3 different colours and just looks so pretty. Ooh. These were these little tiny bush sort of cherry tomatoes which we're gonna sort of just left for dead ages ago. So I planted them and they were much later than all the other ones. I just keep finding little red bits where there's little tiny tomatoes around. It's just a case of hunting for them like strawberries. The patty pan squash, which grow, it's a bit like a sort of courgette plant really. They grow on it the same way you would get like a courgette, but obviously you don't get many fruits at a time, so they're quite special really. You get a couple, but they take quite a while to grow. Over here looks like it's kind of dying. I think it might have accidentally got pulled up a bit. So this is the only one really, but I think I would like to grow them again because they're quite unusual and they're quite sort of a meaty sort of courgette. You know, they don't go all soggy and soft. They're a bit more, they've got a bit more texture, so they're quite good to cook with because they kind of hold the texture a bit more. Oh, what have we got over here? Is this a Swede or is it a Celeria? I'm not very sure. I think it's ready though. Like a foot going on. I have no idea. It looks like a Swede, but last time I cut something up like this, it kind of wasn't, and it was really, really sort of smelly. That one looks a bit more better texture than the last one. There's a worm in there. Anyway, I'm going to shake this off, and when I'm at home, I'll have a little look, see what this looks like under the skin. Such a shame. I've just bashed it all off, and it's all been like eaten inside, so I'm afraid this one's going to have to go on the compost heap. Well, the door's going down now because I will be going shortly, and I want to keep these plants nice and warm because it's quite windy. I don't want to risk it getting damaged, so put them to bed. There we go. Oh, so these purple beans I planted not that long ago, probably about a month ago, and they are getting flowers, and I just didn't want to wait till next year, so I thought, well, you know, take the chance on it still being very warm. I think they actually look really nice in comparison to the usual runner beans. They're a bit more distinctive looking and add a bit more colour as well. And then these are the yellow courgettes I also planted at the same time, which have come up really well. And I'm just interested to see if I'm going to get these 3 little courgettes on here. I've never grown yellow courgette. I just love the colour of them, and I just love colourful food to cook with, to eat. There's another one in there. Oh, there's 2 in there. So I'm hoping that I might get even just some small ones before the weather maybe changes really bad. These are those. Oh my goodness, I have never grown sprouts, so I didn't really know kind of what to expect. I know they grow on the stalk. I've got sprouts growing. Exciting. Wow. This is amazing. More tomatoes. These are some of those little baby ones. You have to mind you don't forget these because they're so small. They can't get hidden. This butternut squash plant, I've kind of just let it go where it wants to, and it just keeps bringing new butternut squash wherever it grows. So I'm just letting it have this patch to itself, because obviously soon a lot of things are going to be dying off. So I thought I just want it to continue as long as it can, really. Chard is actually one thing I found out, you know, actually continues to live through the winter. I grew all different colour ones of these before, and this time I've got like an orange one and a darker red. But these will, you know, through the winter you'll still have a bit of colour coming in your garden or your allotment from this. And I've got another type of chard here, which is also another beautiful colour. So this is a spinach beet, by the way. If you grow spinach beet and you cut it back, it goes absolutely mad. And I must admit, I don't often cook with this. I have frozen a lot of it and I've chucked it into stews and curries and things. But it's not something I would eat a lot of, because you don't need like masses and masses of the leaves. But it's very easy to grow, salady, cabbagey, you know, spinachy vegetable. It's getting up, so I thought I'd just show you this before I head home. Just been picking the last of, well, not the last of things, but the last of the sort of chilies that were kind of ripe. Got different colours, and then I've got some yellow tomatoes that still need to ripen a little bit, a few little red tomatoes, cherry tomatoes. I've got a few cucumbers and a baby courgette. That one's gone a bit funny, but anyway, yeah, I've been very lucky this year. Done very well, and may it continue. Don't like the look of that cloud there. It's supposed to rain any time in the next hour, so I feel like it's chasing me. Anyway, I'm going to go for now because I'm going to head out. I've got to go to town, so that's it from me here. We'll keep you updated, especially with whether I get any yellow courgettes and purple runner beans. I hope you enjoyed the video. Please let me know what's going on in your garden and what's gone well for you and what hasn't this year, and if there's anything particularly you started growing in the past month, anything that's like a sort of bit of an experiment. It'd be great to hear from you. Thanks, bye. If you saw my last video when I was making some kind of preserves with tomatoes, onions, courgettes, spices, all sorts of things, it actually turned out to be some kind of like, tasted like a salsa really. And I've jarred it up, and I reckon it's the sort of thing that would taste so nice with nachos. So that's how that ended, because I ended the video a bit soon before I'd actually finished. So I just want to let you know with the follow-up of what I actually made. So here it is.